So Vernon Maxwell, 6 of 7 from the line, making 7 of 8, 21 points. Rockets again by 6. Time running out on the New York Knicks. The Houston Rockets are the 1993-94 NBA champions.
What's up, guys? JT here, just trying to bring you some entertainment during these crazy times. Before we get started, the Kid and Kam podcast is a way for you to sit back, relax, and get a chance to get your views across with the topic of the podcast and let others hear your thoughts. Make sure you drop a comment below and let us know what you think and pound that subscribe button. Let's go.
Down to Akeem. Trying to turn baseline. He I'll tell you, Olajuwon has David Robinson just bamboozled.
The Houston Rockets, known for their iconic players over the decades of basketball, including Hakeem Olajuwon, Yao Ming, Moses Malone, Clyde Drexler, Tracy McGrady, and how could I forget James Harden, and many more. But even with these icons leading the team, the Rockets continue their struggle in the West to get to the NBA Finals. The last time the Rockets won a finals game was the last time Rockets had won the Western Conference, and that was hot up off of a championship in '94 all the way back in 1995, with Olajuwon and Drexler leading the way. Since then, the Rockets have not seen the finals floor.
Into Olajuwon. There he goes down in the hole. The double team. Maxwell. Rebound Seattle. With less than a second to go. John Kemp gets the melon. And that should do it.
In these past 26 years, the Rockets have been to 3 Western Conference Finals and lost, and have missed 8 playoffs. The last time the Rockets were in the conference finals was against a star-studded Warriors team with Steph cooking Curry, Klay with the Trey Thompson, and Kevin Sniper Durant. And I guess if you want to mention, you can, Draymond. The series went to Game 7, and the game plan both teams chose to play by was to live or die by the 3. Surprise! The Warriors lived and the Rockets died. But do we blame that loss on the players? That season, the Warriors weren't the only stacked team. The Rockets were also star-studded. With the star and future MVP in James Harden, the 2018 Rockets had all-time great point guard Chris Paul. What a nasty duo to have in your backcourt. At the forwards, you had Ryan Anderson and a defensive monster in Trevor Ariza. And at the 5, the paint beast, Clint Capela. The 2017-2018 Rockets, going into the playoffs, were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, after finishing the season with a record of 65 wins and 17 losses. In the first round, they slaughtered the 8th seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves, ending the series at 4-1, and repeated it against the Utah Jazz in the semifinals. And then there was the Western Conference Finals.
Another move on Curry, whipping it out, Gordon for 3. And here it is, Curry for 3. Houston has taken a 3-game to 2 lead on Golden State.
It was an embarrassing ending. Some things could have been avoided, but some things could have not been. Going into Game 6, the Rockets led the Warriors 3-2 with an injured Chris Paul. All they have to do is win one game and they advance to the finals. The first time since 1995. The first quarter, the Rockets started out strong with 39 points against the Warriors 22. But that was the most they scored that game. Second quarter, the Rockets chose to stick to the 3-ball, and I bet they wish they hadn't. The Rockets went 3 for 10 from downtown, and the Warriors were 4 for 18 to end the half. At half, the score was 61-51 Rockets. Let's go ahead and skip to the fourth quarter when the Rockets went 4 for 19 for field goals and could only put 9 points up against the Warriors' 31 points. Are you serious? The seventh game was a much better game, I guess you could say, but that was the chance that the Rockets had to put the Warriors away in Game 6. Is this what happens when a team does not have a good point guard to slow them down? Was Chris Paul really the one to keep the Rockets from going 15 for 39 from the three-point line? Because the Warriors went 16 for 38 from the three-point line, and after half, they started to change their game plan. Oh, and let's also remember the Rockets went 9 for 17 from the free throw line. Or does it come down to the coach, Mike D'Antoni? Although Mike D'Antoni is a great coach for James Harden, was he a good coach for that Rockets team? One of the definitions in the English dictionary for coach is a person who teaches and trains the member or members of a sports team and makes decisions about how the team plays during games. If your head coach is supposed to make adjustments during the games, why are the Rockets still shooting threes and missing? They missed another three, and another, and another, and another, and another brick, clank, clank, clank loss. The coach is supposed to see that and make adjustments. The player, Coach Paul, was out of the picture, and it showed that D'Antoni was out the picture before Game 5 even started. Game 6 was the chance to eliminate the Warriors. And if you're a Rockets fan and you want to say they adjusted in Game 7 just because the score was 101 to 92, let me tell you something. No, they didn't. That night, the Rockets went 7 for 44 from the three-point line. The focus that year for D'Antoni was live or die by the three. That year, the Rockets put up 6,906 shots. 3,470 of those shots were three-point shots, and only about 1,200 of those shots were made. I guess you could say yes, that is the players who should be making the shots, but the coach needs to be making the adjustments, especially when it matters most in the Western Conference Finals. But hey, maybe that's why he's gone. Let's talk about these fans. Because I think the fans have hope. Not just for the Rockets team, but hope that Harden doesn't leave them and go win a conference championship somewhere else in the East. They know themselves his time is coming to an end. Because this season is going to play a very big role as to if James Harden chooses to leave or stay. The Rockets have a good and strong team with John Wall, James Harden, Christopher Wood, and Boogie Cousins. If they are all on the court healthy, could these be the ones to stop the Lakers show? Nah, I guess we'll have to wait until the end of the season. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. What sports do you want to hear about? What sports season do you look forward to watching in on? Here on the Kid and Kam podcast, we try to keep you up to date with the sports news and give you a chance to join in and let others hear your thoughts. Until then, thank you for listening to the end and make sure you like and subscribe. Happy New Year's, JT out.